Sure.
our household products. Give us some ideas on what things we should stay away from and what would be a
Absolutely.
good alternative.
So the top thing as far as household products that I tell people is to avoid things with fragrance. That is one of the most toxic areas, and also they don't have to disclose all the chemicals that make up that fragrance. And
Mhm.
so there is even a little bit of a tricky thing to be aware of too, where it might say made with essential oils, but you also want to make sure that there's not a fragrance there too. If it's pure
Okay.
essential oils, that's great, but anything with fragrance, definitely get rid of it. And so one of the areas that is very important is what you're using for your laundry because you're in your
Hmm.
clothes 24/7, or even if you're not in your clothes 24/7, you're on, bed sheets and pillowcases that are potentially scented with all those types of chemicals.
Yes.
Um, so that would be the number one thing that I would say as far as household chemicals. But I just want to give people a perspective. So we're talking about cleaning products, we're talking about personal care, makeup,
Mhm.
anything that you purchase and bring into your home, the carpet, the paint, the furniture, the mattresses.
Mhm.
So everything that we buy as consumers potentially has these toxic chemicals in them. And what happens is, as you know, Louise,
Mhm.
they outgas into our
Yes.
indoor air. And so even the EPA tells us that our indoor air is much more toxic than even a polluted city. And part of that is the products. The other part of that is that homes nowadays are much more airtight, which is great for, saving money on energy, but it also locks all of that stuff in if you don't have any kind of, leaks through windows and door frames and that sort of thing. So one tip that I would offer folks is to open your windows for 15 minutes a day, even in the wintertime, to get that fresh air, circulating. I do that in our Vermont home. And one of the things that's really cool is the house that we built is passive solar. So even if it's 0 degrees outside, as
Uh-huh.
long as it's sunny, the indoor air temperature will often be 70 or above. So I can leave the windows open during that day. So just getting fresh airflow is super important.